day 2 at CeMAT Australia, and I have the absolute privilege to be here with Michael Kemney from KNAPP, the major sponsor. How are you today, Michael?
Yeah, very well. Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you for your time, Michael. So I know you've been super busy. You're on the Knowledge Theatre yesterday. You had a new product launch here in Australia. Can you tell our audience more around it?
Yeah, absolutely. So we unveiled the AirRobot yesterday. So a storage product that will really, a robotic storage product that will revolutionize the market. It's very flexible, very scalable, and that's what we introduced yesterday the first time to the Australian market.
Amazing. And then you're also on the Knowledge Theatre yesterday as well, Michael. Can you tell us more around what the theme and the topic of your speech was? And also, like, for anyone who didn't manage to attend, what would be the highlights and takeaway from that message?
It was actually about storage systems. So the differences between storage systems from speed and performance down to flexibility. And we as KNAPP, we have a very unique value proposition. So we can offer storage systems for all different applications, from high performance to the entry level with the AirRobot now. So that was more or less the speech yesterday at the Knowledge Theatre.
Wow, amazing. Because it's always been a challenge. Everyone thinks they need a lot of money to go into automation and the bigger players. And now we're starting to see a trend now where it's not so much about the money. It's around what's fit for purpose in my business, and then focusing on maybe the small, medium-sized enterprises. How do you find that in your own business, Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. So with the AirRobot, we're also able to tackle now medium type of and small businesses with an entry-level type of product, so they can start automating and then scale up. So when they grow and when we help them to achieve their goals with our solutions, then we can easily and flexibly scale up the solution and build more to it, so to make them even more successful and get more products out of their warehouses, of course, and a better service level for their customers.
Amazing. And then I can also see another robot here behind us. Can you tell us a bit more about this one, Michael?
That's our AMR solution, the Open Shuttle. It's specifically here where you don't want conveyors, for example, where you want more flexibility and transport goods from one area in the warehouse to another or different areas, and that's where we use our own AMR. So that's the good thing about KNAPP. So we provide everything out of our own hands. So we build everything. From the products, from storage, sortation, pocket sorters, to picking type of solution and picking robots, and that's from the pallet down to the pill. So there are not many suppliers out there that can actually achieve that.
100% agree. It's always been some of the challenges having static footprints. So then when your business scales or doesn't scale, or you buy a different product line, or the dimensions of a product change, or the seasonality of a product changes, it's always been a bit of a challenge to then go, well, how much do I actually really need, and how much do I actually really need to pay for in my company?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why we, with our solution design, normally try a very flexible approach. Because at the end of the day, yes, we analyze the data. We look into the past to see how the business went and what they want to achieve and what the requirements are. But then you can't predict the future. Of course, the business has ideas and they want to grow, but sometimes that just doesn't happen. And when you have a flexible solution where you start smaller and then build onto it, that's perfect for most of our customers.
Amazing. And then we talked a bit about earlier around, medium-sized companies. If a medium-sized company was to approach you right now, Michael, first time maybe into this space, what would be the one tip that you'd give them to say, if you want to work with us, this is what we need from you?
What we need certainly is your goals. What do you want to achieve? So I need to understand, or my team needs to understand, where do you see yourself in the future? What is your USP? And how can we help you to build on that? So how can we help you to be more successful? So that's one thing. It would be good if the customer really thinks about it in advance. And then, of course, we need data. We need their order data, we need their master data to analyze the business. And then, just an open communication. Talk to us. We are here to help and find a solution. But at the end of the day, it's a partnership and we have to find the solution together.
Amazing. And now I've switched gears slightly, Michael. Talking about here at CeMAT, you are the major sponsor for this event. Tell me what makes KNAPP want to go into major sponsorship with CeMAT?
It's the biggest logistics and supply chain fair in Australia. So that's why we've chosen to partner up with CeMAT to be the major event sponsor. But it's also a long tradition. So KNAPP with CeMAT or Hanover Fairs also in Europe has a long partnership, and actually it grew out of that partnership more or less.
Amazing. And then, we're here at day 2. How did you find day 1 yesterday?
Day one was really good. So we had a lot of interesting conversations. We had some interesting leads too, which is good. But it was more about also informing the market, telling them about what solutions are out there, what are the possibilities, what are the opportunities, and the questions were actually also quite interesting, and especially also at our unveil, very customer focused, very solution focused, or very future focused. So what are the benefits? What can I achieve with it? How do I start? Even that was interesting. Was really good.
Fabulous. And this is the biggest I've ever seen CeMAT here in Australia.
Yeah.
Has that been the same experience for yourself?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So last year Melbourne was good. But you can see clearly the growth. So it developed definitely from Melbourne to DC and Sydney, and I'm pretty sure next year will be even bigger in Melbourne. And when you talk to James or Mike from Hannover Fairs, I think they also sourced a bigger space in Melbourne already, so they know that too. It's good, a good spot to be in.
100%. And then just to finalize, the last question is, have you had a chance to get away from the KNAPP booth and wander around and see who else is there? Is there anything exciting that you've managed to see?
And not yet, unfortunately. So I was between the knowledge theater and done some interviews and customer and potential customer questions. I was actually just at the booth. I didn't have a chance, so I hope I get a chance today to wander around and see what else is out there. Just from looking at it, it looks amazing. So there are a lot of new solutions and new companies out there. So I definitely want to wander around and see it myself.
Oh, thank you so much for your time, Michael. So I won't hold you up anymore on behalf of Import Export Television. I just want to say thank you so much for your time. Enjoy day 2 and day 3, and thank you for your support. Speak soon.
Thank you very much, Pauline. Thank you. Pleasure.